Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing Naniwa. Oh wait, it is game number 4 of Naniwa versus Jaedong. And it is best of 5. So one of them is up 2-1. If you don't want to be spoiled which one, then I do recommend that you plug your ears for a moment. It is Jaedong. Jaedong is up 2-1. He dominated the first 2 games pretty hard and then got dominated pretty hard in the last game. Of course, the no gas strategy was kind of silly, but yeah, he had a plan. He wanted to get as much income as possible out in that first, so as many drones as possible in that first stage. I guess he couldn't make it work afterwards because he never expanded again. So yeah, now you can unplug your ears because I'm not going to talk about the previous games anymore, except that game number 2 was definitely a game to watch. If you haven't seen that, that was an awesome game. And yeah, just doing the normal thing here. I mean, people are just not into doing crazy strategies apparently. Well, sometimes they are. Game number 2 was a pretty crazy strategy. That's why it's cool. But yeah, here we see some pretty normal things. No expansion yet for our Zerg player though. That is not really the normal way to go. And yeah, if you don't go for an early expansion, it means that it's quite delayed because your spawning pool, yeah, it takes up 200 minerals, and that takes a while to actually get back. And we are going to get the expansion right now. So yeah, the pylon already coming up, and he wants to fast expand over here. Of course, the cybernetic score is going to go down first because he wants to have that defense ready as well. And I guess we're going to go with something like Forge Gateway or something like that, and a cannon behind it, and then build a nexus somewhere in between or before he starts doing that. It depends on your scouting information and on, of course, your map knowledge. This is a pretty big map, so I mean the overlords still haven't reached the natural expansion here, so it is a pretty big map. And well, we are going to get a hatchery up here. Or rather, it's almost coming up because we already saw that he planted that. And for now, yeah, not a whole lot going on. Another hatchery going down. So third base. And he can actually take a fort without too much risk. Because it does connect to this. And well, normally nobody attacks through here. Because well, it's kind of hard to attack through there. But yeah. We'll see what he does. He can of course also get the top left. And are we going to get any scouting information other than the fact that there's a cybernetic score up? And there's a nexus coming up here. No, I guess that is all the information we're going to get for now. So the probe. Hero probe is going to scout around the base. Or try to scout around the Zerg bases. But yeah, he really should send something to take this out, but he doesn't have anything. Yep, there's a queen coming to get that done, but not before he actually scouts this base. And he even scouts that it came up just then. So yeah, that is also a pretty big deal. Gateway, Stargate. So no forge. Okay. So says, well, I don't need the forge. I'm just going to go for the Stargate. And I'm going to go plant a unit in that little gap. And of course, yeah, the sentry should be able to protect this pretty easily. The probe here to just distract people because most of the units will not attack the probe if there is an actual attack unit behind it, so an actual military unit, and therefore it will have a little bit of an advantage. Oh, the queen is going to go down. No. The mothership core will just fly out. It doesn't really care about this queen chasing it. But yeah, that was nicely done. A very nice aggression. Mothership core actually able to take out the queen. And that is, of course, that's a good advantage. I mean, queens are really important to have, and queens are probably your most valued unit. It's not like, well, when you lose one queen, it's not too big of a deal, but still, they do quite a lot. They do give you extra larvae, they give you extra healing on stuff, and they do give you air defense. So, all in all, and of course they spread the creep. But all in all, they're just a very useful units, and yeah, as you can see, the Zerg player is getting harassed left, right, and center. That is excellent because I'm rooting for Naniwa to win this one. Yeah, of course, I'm the only one that does so, but yeah. Yeah, second Overlord going to go down. He is going to scout around a little bit, but he already knew the Stargate was out for the warp gates. He didn't need to suicide because he could have just seen that. And wow, these Zerglings are not being controlled at all. They need to be set on a building, like on this pylon, but apparently not. And we are just going to get harassed here. Yeah, 2 zealots versus versus 4 roaches. That is not going to be a fair fight. And we are going to clean up. Come on, clean up. Oh my god, he got an extra drone. I hate it when that happens. But hey, that is the way it goes. If you mismicro your well, your unit. But we are going to counterattack here in this new base. There are no units out in this new base yet, so he's just going to scout around, see what's happening, and run back out, I guess. Oh, there is one worker. There you go. Getting the worker back. And of course, yeah, there's no way that this mothership core is going to prevent this this base from going down. Of course, there are zealots. I just completely missed the warp in. Yeah, so the zealots are going to save that quite nicely. And we are going to get queens in the middle of the field. Is this a missed rally point? It might actually be that. Because there's really no reason to have queens out this far in the field. They're mega slow. And even though they're good anti-air, they're not very strong. So they will still get defeated quite easily. Even by air units, because queens are so slow. You can't really maneuver them at all. Yeah, roaches getting owned there a little bit by the air units, and that means that he's going to have to go to his standard anti-air once again. We're going to get some missile attacks up. Of course, that works for Hydralisks as well as roaches. But in this case, he is going for the Spire, so probably go for Corruptors to just make sure that he can pick off all of those pesky air units. And yeah, that's a really expensive choice, because once you defeated all of the air units, you're kind of stuck with units that don't really do anything, except morph into Brute Lords, but we rarely see those, and it is even rarer to actually see them win a game, because they don't seem to be really worth it. I don't think I've ever seen a game that wasn't already won, where the Brute Lords actually won the game. So where the Brute Lords actually did something useful, basically. Pylon goes down in the middle of the creep. Well, before the creep goes down, but it will still go up. And the creep will just surround it. Anyhow, we do get another base up, and this base is going to go down so quickly. Yeah, he did not see that coming, I guess. Bye-bye, 350 minerals. 300 for the base itself, 50 for the drone that you sacrifice to get the base. And I guess we're close to my hard disk being full. So yeah, that kind of sucks, because that is why we're all laggy and stuff. Yeah, let's see. We are going to get a large roach army now, and this roach army might actually just do very well. And let me pause for a moment because this is ridiculous. And we're back. It was my hard disk, so I don't know what it is then. It doesn't really matter as long as it doesn't lag. So yeah, lots of roaches out, and the roaches are going to poke a little bit, but then see all of these air units, and they have to run out. So there's that. Where are the air units? Where are the anti-air units? Zerg needs to make them. And yeah, all of the roaches make it out. That is quite surprising. Well, with the speed buff, they actually do very well. Oh, come on, Queen. Seriously? He could have just taken it out instantly. So another base coming up. I'm not sure if he's going to see that. Probably not. And another base coming up at about the... was that the 7 o'clock position? And wow, all of these queens just going down. Where are the anti-air units? Come on. Oh, there they are. Finally, Hydralisks are coming out. And oh, so many lifts. Everything gets lifted up. Some of the queens actually survived because they didn't get attacked, but the base does go down. And we should be able to wipe out this with the Hydralisk. But how many Hydralisks are going to survive this initial lift and slay? Because that is a really important question. Not enough, well, with the spore crawlers. And yeah, you can see here how effective these phoenixes are. And yeah, they do need to fall back though. They're not very effective at getting killed. So the queen is going to get lifted once someone gets energy and instantly gets killed. So no energy on most of them. It does cost 50 energy, and this guy has it, but yeah, this guy might have it as well. Yeah, the rest doesn't have it, so it's going to take a while for him to be able to do something again with his graviton beam. And are we going to be able to do something about these guys? It seems that the Void Rays are really the MVP here. Although, yeah, well, the Phoenix, yeah, it's doing alright. It's not a problem at all. So, what are we doing then? We should be able to defend a little bit better now that we have some Hydralisks out. You need enough Hydralisks to actually defeat these Phoenixes, including the ones that they can lift, because obviously if you have 4 Hydralisks they would defeat the Phoenixes, but the Phoenixes can just lift them up and yeah, just kill them, because that is the way it goes. So what are we planning here? Because it seems that a Zerg player here kind of sitting back, just rebuilding his base, not really rebuilding his army. He is now going for infestors. That might actually be a good choice. Infestors are of course really good at keeping things at bay, so if you can get the whole group, and you can freely shoot at them with whatever you want. And especially if you outrange them, that is excellent. So another pylon going down. You want to have those warpins close to the enemy base, but it is costing him quite a few minerals. And nope, we're not going for that apparently. We're going for this debris. And there you go, going into this base. The base that I said would come up, but yeah, it might not be the best choice for a base. Well, he did choose this base first, I guess. Well, simultaneously. And this base is going to go down once again. It is too hard to defend if you're not attacking. I mean, if you are attacking and you're already attacking through this kind of path, and yeah, you're going to block most of the attacks on that base. So yeah, we do lose the base, but yeah, no army, so that's good. Just the base, and it is 4 bases versus 3 still. Although our Protoss player might actually think at this point that it is 3 versus 3 in bases. And that might make him a little bit overconfident. But you know, he can see how many units there are, so he shouldn't be too overconfident. But if he wants to trade, I think that the Zerg player is going to let him. So yeah, here you can see the fungal growth really making sure that, yeah, those air units aren't going anywhere. And of course, yeah, then the Hydralisk just completely clean up. Because, well, nothing really good against those Hydralisk. And yeah, the GG comes out from Naniwa, which means that Jaedong takes the series. And game number 5 will be an anti-spoiler game. We will once again see that last fight. I don't know how far I rewound now, but it should be okay. So yeah, the Void Ray, good against armored unit, not so good against light unit. Yeah, and of course these guys, they have flat damage, so they don't really care what they're attacking. But look at the fungal growth. It's not really doing that much damage, but it's keeping everything from attacking, and that is so important. And of course, yeah, since you don't really do extra damage versus these guys, yeah, what are you going to do against it? It is all anti-air, it is all very mobile, and you're just going to get owned by it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.